Today I want to talk to you about no pain, no gain. Yeah, I'm sure you probably have heard that before, and your mind is switching right away to like going to the gym and exercising and all that. But how many of us have teenagers here? You can put your hands up, it's okay. They're not going to beat you up. And how many of you have young adults here in your home? Yeah? Well, I am sure that you are aware that a lot of times teenagers and young adults, it's all the process of growing up. Just like we as adults still growing and learning. You know, this week I had a couple teenagers in my clinic, and the stories were very similar. The stories were more like, I'm getting frustrated at home. My parents doesn't understand me. Does that sound familiar to you? Yeah? And the school have a lot of pressure. I'm always doing homework and schoolwork, and it just seemed like nobody's understanding me, and it seems so emotionally draining, and it's painful, and it seemed like there's too much of an expectation happening. And as I'm hearing these stories, it seems like it's growing more and more where children have a challenge or difficulty in understanding themselves in the process of life. And I was thinking about the lobster. How many love lobsters? Wow, good. It's not really that healthy for you. Well, you know, lobster is very different than a turtle. A turtle grows with the shell, the lobster don't. Every time the lobster is getting bigger, it needs to go somewhere and get the shell off and puts on a new shell, and it's very painful. It's changing. But changes bring growth. And when there is growth, it means you are getting ready for more, for success, to be able to acquire more in life. You know, when I was a kid, my father used to teach me to fix the car, and I hated it. I can go and plant the garden for like maybe 5 hours than to spend half an hour fixing the car. And the reason why, it was very hard for me to understand the whole mechanics of a car, whereas the gardening was very easy. And as we're growing up, one of the things I think as parents we need to learn is that our children's brain is developing. And in the process of developing is growth. And in the process of growth, there are changes that takes place in life. And in order for us to reach our children, there are a couple tips I want to leave with you. Are you ready for the tips? Yeah. Let me get my phone ready here. Number one, we need to understand that it is a challenge and can be painful when our brain is being developed and our kids are growing. So instead of focusing on the pain and the issues of what they've been struggling with, we need to focus on the long-term result. That is to see the success coming. Number two, we should never take offense or be challenged with what we see happening. When you're addressing a situation, sometimes we take it personal. We need to understand that you're looking for a long-term result. And it can be personal, it can be taken into effect at heart. But you need to look at if you're teaching your children the right way and developing the brain, just like my father was teaching me about building the car. I still don't like the car thing. I'll pay someone to come and fix the car. It can be very painful, but the end result is success. And thirdly, we need to look at the bigger picture in life always. The bigger picture is not now. Add 10 years to your kids' life and see how they will process their lives in 10 years. So if they were 17 and they were 27 years old, the difference of how they will function, and that's what you want to look at. Isn't that good? Remember, the lobster take changes just like we take changes.